Scarlett Abrose here. Welcome back. Today's episode is a little bit different. Instead of focusing on one devil hunter, we're going at two sides of the same coin. Dante and Virgil, brothers of Sparta's blood, one driven by heart and the other by ambition. This episode breaks down their rivalry, what fuels it, and their relationship defines the core of the Devil May Cry universe. We'll be sticking closely to the 2025 anime adaptation, exploring what makes the clash both tragic and iconic. Before we get into it, I want to say thank you so much for your guys' patience while I took that small break. Your messages and support mean the world to me. I'm back, recharged, and ready to keep diving into more layered characters. Yes, I want to say thank you guys so much for understanding my situation. I don't know what happened there. I just didn't feel well, and I just wasn't, I didn't really feel like myself, and I just felt unwell. But I'm completely back. I feel recharged. And if you guys want to follow me on my socials, I have Instagram, Spotify, and TikTok all down in the description below. Alright, let's get into it. Segment 1, two sides of the same blood. Let's start with the contrast. Dante, the devil hunter who fights for humanity, humor, and heart. If you guys haven't seen my Dante solo episode, I will put it down above you guys. It will pop up, and you guys can watch it there if you guys haven't watched. Now, Virgil, the son who seeks power to escape weakness and loss. Their shared trauma, losing their mother, and surviving in a world of demons shaped them differently. So real quick, okay, I want to be brutally honest. So, I'm just going by my own personal opinion on how I see these two characters, and by the anime adaptation, maybe a little bit of the video games, but we're sticking mostly with the anime. But from my perspective, Dante and Virgil are completely different people. Dante's more chill, wants to, wants to be a good guy, and, he can be cocky with it, but he's still a good guy. But Virgil, on the other hand, has such resentment towards his brother, because he's like, why are you with these humans, and why aren't you avenging our mother? He's so mad at him. He might love him deep down in his heart, but he doesn't understand, that even though it's still his brother, he doesn't see him that way, which is sad. Dante hides his pain behind sarcasm and compassion. Virgil channels his grief into control and dominance. This duality shows how trauma can split even the strongest bond between brothers. So ever since they were separated, so Virgil, from my understanding, is part of the demon world. He's been separated there. He's always been alive, even though they told Dante, and from what he saw as a child, is that his brother was dead. So throughout the series, he always thought Virgil was dead. So, he took that with him deeply. But when he found out that Virgil was alive, he was shocked, surprised, and couldn't even believe it. But Virgil, on the other hand, has different plans. He wants revenge. Alright, let's keep going. Segment 2, the rivalry that shaped them. Their rivalry isn't just about fighting, it's about identity. Dante sees Virgil's pursuit of power as self-destruction, while Virgil sees Dante's empathy as weakness. So going back to what I said before, since they were separated from being kids, Virgil survives, the catastrophe of what he went through. and goes into, I think it's Makai, and he resents Dante for staying with humans instead of finding him and, rekindling their brotherhood. And Dante sees Virgil as kind of Virgil sees Dante kind of going on his brother's path, so betraying their people, meaning the demons, and going after the humans. And I think Virgil resents Sparta as well, not just Dante, but for different reasons. Because Sparta, their father, decided to be a hero, to the humans instead of staying with his kind. And that's how I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's how I think Virgil views Dante. And Dante views Virgil as self-destructive because he wants to build a bigger army. He wants to take over the world, basically. And Dante's kind of like, come on, bro, take a chill pill, relax with me. And Virgil's too sophisticated. He's like, I don't know who you are. You're disgusting. Why you eat pizzas? Why you drink beers? Like, he views his brother as, I think he views his brother not just as his own kind, but I think he views Dante behaving more like a human, more than what he should be, which is like a demon, which is like a half-breed, so they kind of have resentment, but they have mutual respect for each other. Yet their battles are symbolic, each brother testing the other's philosophy. They're red flags: pride, obsession, and inability to let go of the past. They're green flags: loyalty buried under anger, mutual respect for one another, and shared pain they can never express. Every clash between them feels less like a battle of good and evil and more like a desperate cry to be understood. So both of them in their own way want to understand one another, but since they live in such separate worlds, they want to, but they're not going to, because they probably won't be able to understand each other's way of thinking or how they perceive the world. Alright, let's keep going. Segment 3, Brotherhood, Balance, and Legacy. By the end of the anime, we see fragments of recorrelation, even if it's unspoken. Dante and Virgil embody the internal conflict between light and shadow within the same soul. Their legacy reminds us that strength without empathy becomes tyranny, and empathy without strength becomes tragedy. Together, they complete the legacy of Sparta, the perfect balance between humanity and demonhood. So what I'm taking from this is that they may not agree on everything, but they will not let each other fail if it means necessary. They will try their best to understand each other and try to fight other evil demons and try to make it work it out. Because you cannot, sure, you may not agree with someone, but you cannot dislike someone if you truly care about them. I feel like Dante cares more about his brother than Virgil cares about him. So, because like I said, Virgil has a lot more resentment towards Dante than I think Dante has towards him. So, it's all about balancing, try not to judge each other and try to understand each other. That's what I'm taking from this. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, final thoughts plus what's next. What Dante and Virgil teach us. Rivalries can reveal truth, not just conflict. Family bonds can survive even after chaos. Power, love, and pain are all parts of the same story. Yes, that is so true. Every one of us, whether we like someone or not, try to understand someone and try to help them pray for them if they need it, and just be there for them. But also at the same time, make sure of your boundary, respect yourself as well. But after all of this, no matter where they are, they will always be brothers, and I know deep down they will always love each other. Thank you for all diving back into Devils May Cry with me. I'm so happy to be back and working. If you guys want to follow my socials, they're all down in the description below. And in the next episode, we'll be exploring another complex soul, one that might just surprise you. Per usual, love you all. Bye.